So I was just singing, sorry. Consciousness is raising, consciousness is raising. Yeah, never quite said it like that. Empress, new. We are birthing something new. We are stepping into something new. We are creating something new. This is also about nurturing yourself. Literally just got off a session and one of the takeaways was nurturing. We are being invited to nurture ourselves, have compassion for self, have compassion for others. We also have the Page of Cups. We have 2 pages. We have a doubling down. So we are seeking, you are seeking collectively as a consciousness, we are seeking the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. So what this feels like, I'll give you guys the quick little snap, short abbreviated, so you can decide if you'd like to stay or should you go. We are seeking expansion on our emotional sensitivity, and we are developing ourselves emotionally. We are cutting through the illusion of fear. We are no longer being controlled by fear. And this is going to be happening through conversations. So I say conversations because swords rule my air people. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air. This is about invitation. This is about inviting you to be more in alignment, more in tune, more in your body, and being more authentic to who you are, who you really want to be. You are seeking. A lot of you are already in that activation kind of energy. A lot of you are being activated. We're having a lot of new ideas. That's why I believe I probably put the question marks here. See the question marks? New ideas. And this is going to be amplified. I'm just going to throw out not a caution, because I don't want to generate panic. There's no fear, but just awareness. I want to just throw it. Hey, by the way, over the next couple of months, and especially coming up on the 20th, what's today, the 16th? On the 20th, we're going to be having a new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio, emotion, water, okay? So we have a lot of expansion, new moon, new beginning. Do you guys see how this reading is literally falling in alignment with the cosmic energy right now? So that is the reading. This is a short reading. There's really not too much here to unpack other than just generating awareness for those of you that are tuning in. You are being invited, or you're already aware, or you're already in it. You've already been activated. There could be an announcement. This is kind of like an announcement, right? Announcement when you're pregnant. You're like, hey, we have an announcement. We have something to share. There could be some kind of an announcement here that could be brought to you through some kind of an event, an emotional event. There could be something emotionally playing out. It could be some kind of an emotional dynamic within a relationship. But I feel like this is going to be a conversation because we have swords. When I think of swords, I think of like somebody like a Libra being very diplomatic, being a powerhouse of diplomacy while they communicate a new idea, integrating something new, but it's going to be very much saturated with emotion. We have a lot of emotion coming through. A lot of emotion. I'm going to be humorous. Please bear with me, but think of a pregnant, I've been pregnant 3 times. Like, we can tend to be a little hormonal and emotional when we're pregnant, when we're we're in flux with the hormones, right? When we're pregnant. So it's kind of like that, dealing with our pregnant woman when we're, we want those peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at 3 a.m. and we want pickles and ice cream. Okay. So there's a wave of emotion. It's going to be very intense. It's going to be very loud, very loud. It's going to be in the air. See, again, cutting through this. We're going to be cutting through this. You guys are, myself included, we are being invited to explore. We are being invited right now to explore. I say this, she's on a boat. This person's on a boat. She's literally on a boat, an emotional, turbulent current. Some kind of an announcement, something around communication. There could be a lot to learn here. Could be a lot to learn. Something to do with confidence too. This page specifically I'm talking about has to do with confidence and being in your heart and being fair, which is interesting because we just said out of the 3 zodiacs, Libra is the diplomacy. They're the scales. There's something here about being fair to your heart. Approaching this situation, being in this space of consciousness and looking at it through the lens of fairness. Looking at it through the lens of compassion. Not judgment, being critical, being very narrow-minded, being very restrictive. We're not doing that. This message, these cards are saying expansive. And when we expand, we open ourselves up. And when we open ourselves up, we can be very vulnerable, right? When I was pregnant, I was vulnerable as fuck. Like, I just felt vulnerable. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody here who's pregnant, because it just keeps coming through. Somebody here who doesn't maybe know you're pregnant, and maybe I don't want to ruin it for you, but there's something here coming through for somebody. I'm not sure, but I just needed to say that. So let's move on. Cups, 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 Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer over the next couple of months. We already said that. November, December, we're coming to a climax at the end of this year. For anybody who follows astrology, I do. We've come out of the Piscean age. A lot of control, top-down structure control, a lot of limitation, very limiting kind of energy. And now we're in this era of Aquarius. Aquarius is very expansive, very rebellious when it's out of alignment, but they're not, troublemakers, but it's like very free spirits, very, they don't march to the rhythm of like a traditional drum. They have their own rhythm, so there's something here about less rules, less limitation, less structure. A lot of that is dissolving right now. Okay, so again, that's where the emotion comes in. Segueing into the Page of Cups. This is about empathy. This is about connection, spiritual consciousness. This is a very emotional, spiritual kind of message. I feel like on a collective scale, there's something here for everybody. You are going to be experiencing a surge, an influx, a whooshing of emotions. There's going to be a little bit extra kind of thing going around for people. Let's jump down to the page. That's the reading. And then if you guys have any interest, we'll pull the bottom of the deck and get you guys out of here on your Sunday. Page of Cups is expression, as we said. Being a little extra, how you communicate, how you express yourself, how you show up for yourself, how you stand up for yourself, how you set boundaries for yourself. Maybe you're standing up for somebody else, but there is definitely a lot of emotion to go around. There's also a realm of seriousness as far as like getting intuitive hits, intuitive downloads, the soul connection you might be having with another person. I mean, what more connection can you get than when you're in another human being? And I don't mean that the way that sounded. Oh my God, can I just I wish I could edit that out. That's not what I meant. Oh my God, I'm embarrassed. I'm talking about mother and child. You're growing a child. What more connection when you are growing a child? Oh God. Okay. The pages are curious. It's about directing all things heart and soul. So again, something here about directional, and I'm wondering if that's why I have a weather vane in here. So there might be a little bit of clarity coming down the line. As I said, expansion, spiritual connection. I'm thinking like divination, being in the heart space, being in the third eye, being in the crown. There's definitely something new coming into play for somebody. Again, we already know this is a new beginning. This is about nurturing. Maybe there's a new self-nurturance coming in for somebody. Maybe it's not a psychic or spiritual journey. Maybe it's more of the journey of loving your goddamn self, appreciating yourself, appreciating your value and your worth, knowing you have something to contribute and offer. Maybe that's what this is for somebody. And maybe there's going to be a floodgate, or there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you coming up over the next couple of months. As I said, as we transition to the last couple of months of this year, there's a big shift as we enter into 2026. We're all feeling it. We're all feeling it. And if you're not, you're observing it. You're seeing it play out. I can tell you guys some crazy shit that's been playing out at work the last couple of days. Oh my Lanta. Okay, so that is the reading. That is the reading. Let's see what the bottom of the deck has in store. I was going to ask, what is the recommendation on how we navigate this over-the-top new moon in Scorpio coming on the 20th, over-the-top emotional floodgate? We are expanding. We are asking the questions. We are seeking it. What is the recommendation? Bottom of the deck says, nurture. Full circle comes right back. Nurture yourself. See how she's on her knees and she's really fussing over this plant. This is connected to Pentacles. This is connected to your home, the home environment, the dynamics within the home, the emotional climate within your home, okay? You guys see where I'm going with this. Finances, the emotional climate within the workforce, the work field. Maybe you work from home. What is the office space? What's going on within work? Also, your finances, how you're making your money, being compassionate, saving a little bit of money or spending a little bit of money, nurturing, like trying to create a little bit of a little nugget of finances, saving your money. I know we're heading into holiday season here in the States. But this is more of just kind of like a slowing down. What is the recommendation? What is the medicine? Just slow down. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Try to plan a little bit if you can. Earth signs are a little calculated, right? That's one of their characteristics. They tend to be planners, strategizers, calculators. So there's something here. What is the recommendation, the medicine, the suggestion, the takeaway as we navigate this newness of this emotional onboarding? Slow down. Be patient. Allow things to unfold. Allow things to unfold and be present. Be present. Take a pauses. I'm going to leave you guys with that. Happy Sunday. Hope it resonated. I'll see you guys later this week. Bye.